Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Manor Lords for the third time now. After my first let's play on a standard map, my second let's play on the highest difficulties possible. This time around I would like to try to build the biggest city yet. For that we're also going to use a new tile on the map that I haven't used yet with a beautiful big cliff on it, and of course we're also playing on the highest difficulty possible once more, as I do really like this. This time around we're actually playing on the early access version that is on the beta branch right now, that actually also adds a few more features, a new royal taxation system, and also balances some of the soldiers again, so there's no fiddling around here. The restoring the peace scenario it is this time around, as I also want to get the achievement for this one. We have played on the rise to prosperity on the first let's play. We've played on the edge on the highest difficulty on the second let's play. Now we're playing on restoring the peace and on challenging presets. That means that the baron is going to be really aggressive, trying to take territories as much as possible. We're also playing with some aggressive raiders there as well, and they're also going to start quite frequent with that. We're also going to get a big raider attack quite early on as well. The goal is to build a massive city, so we might aim for 1,000 people at least. And yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy this one. I'm certainly going to enjoy this one. It's an amazing game and it just gets better with every update. Also, if you want to support me, please consider supporting me on Patreon. The link is in the video description. Now, without further ado, let's jump into it. Go, 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 go. Alrighty, and this is it. This is the beginning of hopefully something big. Welcome to this world here. We get a message. Build up your town, your manor, and when ready, press claims towards regions owned by your opponents. Once a claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. Let's just have a look at what kind of region we are right now. We're in Nuslohe, as it's called, and the Baron, oh my goodness, is right next to us over here. And then we have a whole bunch of empty land right now, with already some bandit camps in between as well that we need to take care of as well at some point, of course. We do have, yeah, what I'm looking for, this cliff area here. This looks really nice, and for a beautiful big castle on top of that. But of course, before that, we need to grow really, and growing it is here. And we do have around 5 families right now on the challenging preset. We start in March, so this is fine. Yeah, we have 10 people with that, and we need to get cracking on some basic industry right away. For this, yeah, let's have the first road then really. This is the King's Road over here, where we have trading and also some traveling, and also where we will enter this, yeah, village, this city perhaps at some point as well. I have no idea yet. Let's actually make us a nice little curved square or curved plaza around this area here, right? So the thing is, with roads, they're built rather quickly, and you can then also make us a nice new curved road then somewhere over here to have this area in the middle of it. From this area on, let's have a look at the natural resources that we have. We have a huge forest area over here that we probably want to chop down, as I want to grow my city into this area. We do have potentially an infinite clay deposit, a big hunting ground, a not so big berry deposit, and also a not so big iron deposit. Some stone over there as well that helps as well. So for chopping it down here, the logs, let's actually have a road that probably will have then along the forest here, right? So this should also look then nice. So this road here, and along this road we can then have our first industry, which is of course the logging industry. Let's try to not uproot too many things, and let's also not stay away too far away from the village center, because of course logs need a lot of transportation, and I definitely do want to keep my transportation times short. There's only one tree that we need to uproot here, so this looks fine to me. We're also going to need a woodcutter for firewood, very important. Without that, people will be very unhappy with us very quickly. And also, since we have the hunting grounds over there, it might be a good idea to start with a hunting camp somewhere in this area as well. So somewhere over here, getting that meat in. The thing is, the logging camp needs an ox, so this is very slow. The hunting camp only needs people to transport its resources. That means it can be a bit further outside, because transportation times will be just as quick. Alright, my few sorry souls are on the way together with the ox. And yeah, we'll just see how this game plays out. We could have a very aggressive Baron. Here we're playing on the latest early access version. It could also be that the Baron is a bit more passive. Still, I would like to remain or keep my same layout that we had with the Extreme series. That means a church as early as possible and then also a manor building as early as possible so that we can get the first retinues and archers out there as quickly as possible. We want to have a standing military ready to protect ourselves. Alright, beautiful day it is right now in this very beautiful game. What are you chatting about? There's nothing to chat here. Build me something. The logs are being transported already by the ox. And also the first structure, as we can see, is coming up here. The first thing of everything, it's the logging camp, as always. Still have a few supplies here, a bit of bread, a bit of firewood, and a few tools. But that's not going to last for a very long time, especially since it spoils quickly when it rains. So we need to get that food production up ASAP. The next log, the last one, then we have everything in to finish this camp. And there it is in all its glory, and let's assign two families to that immediately, as we want to get a lot of logs out. At the same time, production of my saw pit is starting, and also of my woodcutter's lodge. Probably the woodcutter. Yeah, I'm probably going to have it right next here as well. We do need the saw pit for the planks, and we do need the woodcutter for the firewood. Very important, those two. I'm actually going to put the hunting camp to high priority though, as food is that important. Yeah, and so the first people work on something meaningful after sitting around here all day. Nice weather, it's a very nice landscape that we have. I've never started in this location before, so we'll just see how it plans out. We can also already check the farming fertility, and as I can see, this is not going to be a great farming area. So emmer, we do have a bit of emmer fertility over there, so we should make sure that we keep this area for farming, right? And for rye, it's even better, that's great. For barley, we have nothing in this area, so this whole province that we're at is super bad for barley. So alcohol production, we'll just see how we do this. Alright, in the meantime, the hunting camp comes along. The hunting camp does not require any resources other than manpower, and we can start with that. I'm also setting the hunting limit here to 10, so this is the standard anyway. We want to keep it that way, because with that we make sure that this wild animal deposit never goes below 10, where reproduction is then slowed down significantly. Alright, after a bit of time, new logs come in. The meat should be coming in soon as the first hunters go out here. Endris, he's already on his way now. Going on a hunt. The woodcutter is going to be important, and then we can actually work on the next construction already. I have heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights and my honor against those who would wrong me. I hope you will not judge me by the rumors and slanders that some may spread about me. Signs Hildebord from Baranoid, and that is the Baron. And of course he's not going to be super nice to us, most likely. Also important to get a well out for basic water. Let's have it in the future market area. So a well here will do wonders. As this road continues, we could also have another main or bigger road going away in this area, right? That we already get some general city layout out here that we can then use. And since I also want to speed up the transportation time to the stone, we might also just make us a direct road connection from the stone over here. And with that we also have another structure here that we can work with, another layout. The woodcutter is finished. Let's assign a family to that. We have 25 wood stored right now, that's fine. 5 timber only right now, so really people, you should hurry up getting things done. The saw pit finally has its logs, so we can finish this one too for the plank production. We still have one unassigned family. And this unassigned family can also then work on the first burgages that we want to work with here. That we're probably also then starting somewhere here. It needs to be close to the market area. So I would like to have the first, let's say, 2. We might even be able to squeeze in 3 here, right? And let's have it close to the logging camp as well, so that we make sure that the transportation times are quick about it, and we can finish those soon. We're still in the first month though, in March. So time-wise we're fine. Saw pit has been finished. We're also going to set a construction log reserve here of 10. This is really high, but I want to keep it that high. I think also we get the first meat. Yeah, we have the first meat in, thanks to the hunting here. So on this fine day, the meat is coming in. Also a bit of leather, by the way. But leather is something we're going to work on soon. Approval rating is at 48% right now. That's because of the homelessness penalty that we have. And this, of course, will tick up over time now. So it starts at -2, and then we go to -3, -4. If you really want to know more about this mechanic, you can also watch the Extreme series. Now, in this case here, we do need to also get cracking on the first market. That we should definitely have somewhere here. We probably could work on 2 market areas here and could make here a cut through the inner circle. For now though, I'm fine with just using this for the market area. And a small market really with 11 plots is already more than what we need for quite some time. Very good. In the meantime, we're also working on some housing, finally. I'm still going to keep 2 families assigned though to the logging camp. The thing is, we have actually some 20 stone in stock, so I don't need to work on stone chopping. We can actually use that stone for the chapel then, for the church, really quickly instead. Alright, this one already has all the timber in. Construction is coming along. I could watch the building process forever. That's just how amazing it's done. And yeah, with that we have the first burgage plot finished and the first family is moving in. This is not going to do a lot for approval rating yet, right? But it's a start. Of course, we want to get the approval rating above 50% again, so that we can grow. For that we also need empty living spaces, so we need at least 6 burgages to finish early. And only then can we actually start to grow. I will also need some clothing, some basic ones, and also some firewood and market stalls that we have. Plus, of course, the church. So all of this we want to start as soon as possible, so that we can start growing as well. As we have quite a bit of work ahead of us there, if we want to reach a high enough population. And the next burgage is coming along. Of course, as always, the beginning is rather slow, and the growth will accelerate then rather quickly once we have the basic industry set up. That's 3 burgages. We do have still 10 timber. We could actually wait to have 12 timber. And then I can build another block of burgages. Second house has been finished. And my people are now working on the third. Still, the homelessness penalty goes up, just as expected. The next block we can do, and I would really like to work on this one. I think this is going to look quite nice. And we can have 5 burgage plots in here. That leads to 8 in total. It costs me 10 timber that we have as well. So let's start construction of this. After we have 6 though, we can stop with the other ones for now and focus a bit more on processing of goods. And that is the planks, of course, primarily that I'm going to need. Also, the well has been finished, so fresh water supply we have. Very good. As we continue with this, I can then have also a road just on the back of this, where we can then add more buildings. And I also just love, just look at that, how the plots themselves also adjust themselves to a road and just connect with it naturally. Beautiful. Right, a bit of a rainy weather right now. For now, everything is peaceful and quiet. On the next day, it's still raining, heavily so. but at least construction continues. This one has all the timber now that it needs. The same goes with this one. So that's another 2. With that, we have then living space for everyone. Another rule, this army was sighted over here. That's the Baron. Moving in right now, he's probably going to fight some bandits along the way. He's not aiming for us, right? So for now, that's it. Of course, he will try to quickly claim those territories. So for now, I'm actually looking more towards this one here, which would give me an infinite iron and infinite stone deposit. That's pretty nice. And especially the infinite iron would be useful for us. And we can also check out if there's any meaningful farming possible in this area. That would be especially for my barley. This is also really bad for barley farming. Speaking about barley farming, this is the best slot that we have on this map. And it's on the other side. Yeah, that's not ideal, as this one is also terrible for farming. Right, there's a bit of a possibility here, but that's super tiny. And it's also bad here. So these are the only provinces that are good for barley, and they're in the hands of the Baron. Not the best starting condition, honestly. We'll probably will need to rely on some trading there. Alright, at least this one here is coming along. Funnily enough, this is the first house that is being finished. Right, and we soon should be able to get rid of the homelessness penalty that we have, since we are now providing them the slot for all of these. That's the last one. I think this one here, yeah, we will build this one here still, and I'm then going to pause construction of these 2 for now. Because I want to move that family that we have available yet, I want to move them over to the saw pit. We could also actually get the logging camp family over already. Let's do this. So they start on processing some of that timber into planks. And we're going to need them rather quickly too. And so it happens with the fence that we have finished that next burgage plot, and with that we've actually also leveled up because we have 5 of these burgage plots now, and we're now a small village. That is perfect. And this is number 6. That is the first level up that we have. With that, everybody has a home now, and we can now work towards migration. Right, people that move here then as well. Let's finish this one here first though. I would also like to assign now the work area for this logging camp a bit further over here, because as we want to expand over here, I don't want to chop down a forest that we might need later. This forest here we certainly don't need, right? So let's actually get rid of most of the trees that we have in this area. Very good. We should be also seeing the first planks to come in now, so they're already getting the resources, hopefully. Crafting and guiding an ox. The saw pit of course needs its own ox as well at some point, because it needs the logs to be transported over. So this is actually taking quite some time, right, without an ox. But there's the ox already. Getting the logs, and with that we can process that into planks. Another thing we can do already in the meantime as well is having a look at my hides. We have 7 hides in stock. That's out of my hunting camp, right, there we have them. And that means we can also start processing them into leather. And that is also something I would like to start rather quickly. It actually requires 4 timber, which is a lot, right? But let's just have it. And we're probably also going to have it then somewhere here along the main road towards the core of the city. But close enough so that we can still have the hunting camp close by. There you go. Let's build that tannery right over here. I think we should then also have enough room here for a storehouse. There you go. And a granary respectively. Whatever we need next. And donut of cloth variety is now one of them. And also the church penalty is kicking in. So this would be really my next construction then soon. But first we need 20 planks. We have 1 unassigned family for now. That's the tanner then, most likely. So they're already building their own workplace now. 4 logs, that's going to take a while though to finish. Very good. In the meantime, we have 20 planks. So I'm going to unassign the family from the saw pit now. And this family will now work on a wooden church for us. Let's just find us a suitable location. right here, close to the market, as it should be. We could have it like this. This way, the church would actually look towards the market, right? It's also not so bad as a location. And this way, it would look more to the market with a bit of a plaza in front of it. So I think we go ahead with this style. We have a bit of a dead area here now that we can use for shrine, for example. This is going to take quite some time. 5 timber, 20 planks and 10 stone plus a family to work on it. It's going to take us a few months to finish this project. The biggest one so far. Next up though, yeah, we're waiting on the last log now here for the tannery. Actually, let's put priority to high before the ox decides to go to the church. We want to get the cloth in. There is the log coming. And did you just see that? I love it how every log is simulated, right? This is not just some acid lying around here. This is actually the log that was just transported over and will then be used for the tannery. So we have now all 4 logs here. And one of those families should start on that. Both of them are actually working on getting stone and planks already to the church. So put it to highest priority. Since it's April and the berries don't grow all year, I would like to work on a forager then too. So we got 64 berries over there. This should be another thing to add food variety, but also to stockpile on some berries that otherwise we can't get during winter. And there's the forager hut. It will require 1 log. And yeah, let's have it here. We should be able to build a road in between. That would be fine. There should be the workforce. Finally. There it is. And with that, the tannery is working. Let's assign a family to that and also start the cloth production. We're getting the hides now and produce leather out of that. A dirty job, but a job that needs to be done. Very nice. Those people will also put up a market stall quickly on the marketplace so that my people can also purchase that as well. Yeah, I can actually resume construction of 1 burgage plot again. We have the cloth coming in, so we're just waiting now on the wooden church then. I can put the priority then to high now. And let's actually have the forager on highest. So we finish... No, actually, let's have the church on highest. Finish the church first. And then the forager hut. So the family that we have unassigned right now is building the church. And after that, they can work on the forager and then work as berry pickers as well. So we already have a plan for these guys as well. In the meantime, yeah, timber is coming in. 9 we have again. And there it is. The clothing stall has been finished as well at the market. Providing yet another good for my people. And so construction of the church is now in full swing. We need the planks and the stone. They should be getting it. The stone is here right away, right? Yeah, the stone is just here still, lying around. Once again, the army is on its way right now over here. But there's no bandits over there. We'll just see what they do. I have no idea yet. By now the planks are coming in. Well, and by now also the last stone is coming in so we can work on the construction itself. By now also the first ladder is being stored in the clothing store. So those people get now finally also another good. We should see this done here. And it is fulfilled now for my residences here. So we still need that food variety, 2 types of food at least, and then also the church, of course. And the church, as we can see, is already glowing. So they really want one, and they want it now. Otherwise that penalty goes higher and higher. And so it is coming along. Step by step. We're in May, so 2 months have passed since we have begun with the construction of this village. And I think we're right on time. Perfect. There it is. We have finished the wooden church already. That was very important for us. We can ring the bell if we want to. And I'm not going to assign anyone to this because there would be only a gravedigger assigned to this, right? The church is working by itself. And with that, we have another need fulfilled then. So they will get it fulfilled once they visit it once. And this should then push our approval rating past 50% now finally to start with some immigration. Also, at the same time now, the forage hut can be finished. The log, of course, is already here. Been a long time here. Together with that burgage spot that I still want to finish. This one here, did I actually pause? Yeah, it's still paused. Perfect. There you go. Another burgage spot. So we have 2 empty spaces now available. And as we can see, the church level is now actually coming into the approval already. +1 it is. And there's also now my forager hut, and the last family we can now assign to picking berries. They should actually be going for it right away. Getting a basket actually first. This is also a nice detail, right? They need to get a basket. There it is. And now they're going to the berry bushes. They're actually a bit further away. Right, so it's going to take them a while, but it's fine because the demand for berries is not that high. It's primarily the food type demand that I want to have fulfilled with that. Let's also have a look at our Lord with the mighty beard. And he's just enjoying that he actually has nothing to do, really, right? We can walk around with him, enjoying the day, the market, eat the foods of my people, and just see how everything is growing nicely. The first house is over here. Our beautiful church over there. And that oxen that actually has already delivered a lot of logs to a lot of different places. At the end of the day, the first berries are coming in. Yeah, it seems to be quite heavy, whatever she's transporting there right now. We have berries now in stock, so we have bread and meat and berries. That's the food types, right? For bread, we're not getting the food type at the moment because we don't have a market stall for bread. We would need to have a granary for that first, but I'm not going to build a granary for that bit of bread that we still have here, so this is fine. Another thing, we have now 50% approval rating plus, so the cloth market's supply is +6, and the church level is now coming up. The church level to low penalty will be gone by next month, and then we are really going to start growing this village. And since the town is now starting to grow, people need a name for the village, and they've decided to name it Abbott, one of my latest Patreon supporters. Thank you very much, and Abbott it is. Welcome to Abbott. We continue onwards in the next episode with some growth, hopefully, and also our manor house that we should start. Stay tuned.